Hey guys, we've got Trent here. Sorry, get feedback.
Huh?
I'll start off for Trent. Coach called you and Io assassins the other day in practice and said that you enjoyed making the new guys look ridiculous. How much fun has it been to play with guys with that kind of skill level and what you've been doing so far?
Not only has it been fun, but I think the biggest thing, biggest takeaway from that is, just seeing their competitiveness. Just not being able to back down from the upperclassmen as two freshmen. They're always willing to get after get after it with me and Io. Coach try to challenge them every day. With putting me and Io on the same team, and Bello and Ace on the same team. So we kind of get a feel for each other, and it kind of gets them ready for really Big Ten play. What's coming out their way every night, and just preparing them defensively. And that's that's our biggest goal for them. Just being able, if they can compete with us every day, I truly believe they will be able to compete with anybody in the country every day. So.
And what about Coleman? He's been guarding you a lot. How difficult is it against a guy that big?
Just his activeness and his length. His arms are very long. He's like another guy, Monte, but just taller. Just him active in gaps. Just flying around with his arms everywhere. It's very challenging to just to settle and lazy passes. Lazy dribbling around him because he with his activeness, with his arms, and length on the defensive side is incredible. So he's gotten a lot better this past this preseason. And I'm very excited for these younger guys, to finally, let loose tomorrow.
Cool. Thanks, Trent.
Trent, how about yourself? Coach kept saying 261 days since you've played. How anxious is this team to go out and kind of pick up where you left off last year and start a new chapter too?
Like you said, obviously it hurt, just being a senior, being a junior last year, ending the season where we were on a roll, and now being a senior, just going out tomorrow night after 261 days is unreal to me. And I'm just very excited. Me and Monte are very excited, to finally go out and play our first game, I would say. It's unreal, and it's been, an amazing journey. And I'm very excited, to be able to be a part of this program and to see the progression of where we've taken this program since 2017 to now is incredible. And just, very happy to be a fighter in Atlanta and be a part of this program within these years.
Thank you.
Trent, do you see that as like since you were here for Underwood's first year, you and DeMonte, that the building from those losing seasons to now preseason number 8, do you take a lot of pride in that?
Oh, for sure. I talked about this a lot, and last time I spoke to a few of you guys, just being able to, withstand, what's going on, not being able to, just stay here with Coach Underwood and believe in his process and trusting what he's doing. I think that was our biggest goal for me and Monte, just to being able to stick through it, when we were down, and, to continue to believe and just continue to come to practice, come to the gym, and come to work every day and just get better. And, finally put pieces together where guys wanted to compete every night. And this is where we're at. So, it's a blessing, to be able to say that now, 3 years from now. I would never, 3 years ago, looking now, I would never thought we'll be top 10 in the country. So, it's unreal, just being able to go out there tomorrow knowing how much high level of praise we have right now as a team. It's incredible. So I'm very excited to go play tomorrow.
Thanks.
Hey, Trent. How excited are you to finally play against another team and not just your own teammates in practice? You'll get the opportunity to use what you guys have learned in these practices against another team.
I think the biggest thing is we've worked so hard this preseason. Not being able to have exhibitions or preseason games. Obviously we're all competitive, but I kind of it kind of gets it gets boring seeing each other every day, like getting after each other. But obviously we love the competitiveness and getting better. But being able to go against someone else with a different school name, a different colored jersey is, we're very excited especially, all the work we put in this preseason. We're ready to show everyone what we're about and, to start to continue what we left off at last season.
Thanks, Trent.
It's Trent. Coach has talked about getting that identity back at the defensive end. And I know that you want to get off that snub list this year on Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. How important is that to establish the defensive side this week and really get back to what you guys did last year there?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for our team right now, establishing that identity on defense. Obviously, having a bunch of young guys, we're praising to them each and every day how important it is, how important each possession is on defense, and how hard it is and how challenging it is, playing pros every night, at this level. So I think, like you said, coach, as a whole team, a unit, I think that's the biggest goal right now for this team is just finding the identity on the defensive end and knowing what we got to get back to, like for our kills, our stops, every possession, and knowing how important it is. So.
And one more for you. How would you evaluate what you've seen in practice leading up to the start, obviously this week, and just how ready you guys are for this to get going?
We've learned a lot. These young guys learned a lot fast. They picked up everything really, really quick, which is very fascinating. It's helped us, with timing. We've been able to put a lot of pieces together, a lot of plays together within one practice, and I think the biggest thing is for this team, we have a lot of competitive guys on this team. And I think that's what coaches really love about this team. Everyone's efforts. Zima's getting after with guys every day, diving on loose balls. He's making these other guys work, and, he's showing these young guys what it takes to win at this level. So, like I said, I think the biggest things we've learned from this team really so far is the competitiveness of everyone that we have on this team.
Thanks, Trent.
Hey, Trent, you've sacrificed a little bit individually offensively for the good of the team the last couple of years and really evolved. How have you kind of, taken that approach, and what have you tried to add to your game this offseason?
I've gotten this question a lot. I never saw it as a sacrifice, and I kind of, I've just always kind of done what coach asked me to do. As a veteran, you go into the game, you see you're not getting as much balls, but I've never been that type of player, to let that affect me. I've always been, whatever coach wanted me to do, guard their best players, shut them down. I always go out there with the mindset of being completely open with what coach want for this team and what's going to help this team win. And I'm all for that. If coach doesn't want me to shoot the ball and just get 10 steals a game, I'm going to try to do that. I'm all for winning, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm a team player, and as a vet, I have to show these younger guys that as well. So, like I said, I've never seen sacrificing, points have been a thing for me. I just always been that type of guy where coach when needed me to do something, I just go out there and play my best and do what he asks.
And anything specific you've really focused on adding to your game in the offseason?
I've gotten better this past offseason, every day. Just being more aggressive, offense, obviously using my offensive ability. But like I said, my whole goal mindset is, is to start it off on defense, get these other guys going, because that's what's going to be our strength. Coach talked about it a lot, basketball not going to go on every night. So just me being a veteran, getting these guys going on defense first and bringing that energy and that fire is going to help us win a lot of games.
Thanks, Trent.
Trent, I have a follow-up to what Jeremy posited you, and you mentioned whatever the team wants is you only care about winning. Is there a new appreciation for that for you now this year, and a mindset of whatever with stats or awards, I just want to win? Is that a different level of appreciation for that this year?
For sure. I think that's just what it takes to win at this level, not being selfish, I truly believe every coach on this team knows know what I can do offensively. But that's not my mindset. I kind of bring what I want to bring to practice every day or games every day is that energy, playing with fire on your head every night, getting after guys on the defensive end, just effort plays, diving on loose balls, taking charges, doing what coach is all about, what this program is all about. So, like you say, that appreciation of, just being a defensive ball hog, just trying to get other guys, to love that and enjoy that.
How are you feeling about your shooting, particularly from beyond the three?
I feel great about it. I always felt great about it. I don't let the shooting slumps or missed shots bother me anymore. I kind of take that to the defensive ends. When the ball's not going in, I bring it. Like I said, I bring that more fire on defense. I'm all about winning. So that doesn't missing shots or shooting percentage is not going to bother me. I'm all about whatever it takes to win games on this basketball team.
3-point line was moved back last year, and as expected, a lot of folks pointing at that to overall percentages down. Is the percentage back up in practice, if you will, for you and other guys? Has that become normal?
I think it's been normal. We kind of practice, NBA threes regardless. We get over 200 shots of NBA range. So I don't think the range of the 3-point line or where you're shooting it has been a problem. But I think it kind of, obviously give you a confused idea of like how close and how far you are on the court because it's so different. But other than that, I don't think it affects, people's shooting because, we practice those type of range shots every day.
Hey, thanks. Good luck.
Okay, we got time for 3 questions left for Trent. So it'll be Joey, Scott, and Nico, and then we've got to move to Io. Thank you.
Trent, you said 3 years ago, maybe would have never imagined coming in as the number 8 team in the country. How do you guys collectively manage the expectations and the spotlight that's been put on you?
I think, the moral of the story is just like I told the other guys is, continue what we left off at last year. Just doing what coach is all about. Like I said, effort plays. Diving on loose ball. What Illini basketball is all about. Offensively. We have power. We have power to score. We can score the ball anytime and put up a lot of points. But I think the biggest thing for this team is like I said, establishing that identity on the defensive end, and creating more stops and getting more kills. And just playing with fire on top of your head, for unbelievable possessions. And I think that's what's going to help us, establish that identity on this team.
Hey, Trent, you played essentially this same North Carolina A&T team, less than a year ago. Did that make the scout easier this week, maybe just knowing a little bit more about them?
It makes the scout obviously more easier. But this team, this is a whole new different team. These guys are incredible. We preached all week about it. They have an incredible backcourt. Those guys are very, very good. A lot of guys that can, jump out the building. And, just their scoring ability and how fast they play, so that's going to really challenge us and put a test on us first night. For our first game is, transition defense, getting back. And, just like I said, identity on defense is where it's going to start tomorrow night because, this team is coming in here. This is not the same basketball team as last year. They might have the same players, but it's definitely not the same team that we played a year ago. So big challenge for us. And I'm excited for these young guys, to finally see another team in a different jersey and, just get after it.
Hey, Trent, you mentioned that you didn't really think you guys would get to this point. With it being your final season, have you had a moment to kind of realize that this season's going to be pretty strange and the fact that there's not going to be any fans? Is that something you maybe struggled with? Is it something you haven't really thought about and might kind of realize for the first time tomorrow when you actually play a game in an empty State Farm Center?
But me being a senior, fans hasn't really. I kind of like block it out. So I obviously there's a different atmosphere, but I don't feel a difference. I just go out there
Should be on his last.
and play. But it's been a strange season ever since we got back and started basketball up. So we're all used to it now, and it's the new norm. So it's the only way only thing we can do about it is just be used to it. So obviously the season's going to be strange, but all we can do is just go out there and play our best.
Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trent.
Thanks, Trent.